What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Chris Moore, and in today's video we got a 2015 Hayabusa, and the customer feels like he's lacking a little bit of performance, so that's why he's brought it here to us. The bike is pretty much stock except for it has a Delcovic full exhaust system. So we're about to do a dyno run on this thing, see what kind of power it's putting out now, see what the problem is, what the complaint is with the bike. Then we're gonna go in and unrestrict the ECU, flash it, lower the fan temps, take all the restrictions off, take the top speed limiter off. Then we're gonna dial in the air fuel ratio for this Delcovic full exhaust. Stay with us, guys, here we go. All right, let's fire this thing up and see what it sounds like as is with this Delcovic exhaust system. This will be our first time having one of these exhausts on the dyno. Let's see how it sounds and performs. So overall, first impressions, super quiet. The bike doesn't make a lot of noise. I looked inside the exhaust pipe. It does still have the DB killer installed. So basically that's keeping the bike quiet. We're gonna see, normally those things hurt the performance. We're gonna see, is it that DB killer choking this bike up, or will it do just fine without it? So we just did the first dyno pull on this thing, 170 horsepower, 99 foot-pounds of torque. This thing seems super choked up. It even sounds super choked up. It's also super rich. It honestly sounds like, to me, this DB killer is killing the horsepower. It sounds like it cannot force enough air from this 1300cc engine through the exhaust system with that thing in there. That's what it sounds like, trying to get the air out. So anyways, I'm gonna remove this muffler on this thing and see what we can do to get that piece there out. All right, so as you can see, we now have the muffler off. I don't know if you can see, but anyways, she's a little on the toasty side here. We're gonna get this thing removed. There's a screw right here on the back. We're gonna remove that screw and slide the DB killer right out. DB killer is removed. Look at this thing. This was all stuck up in the exhaust pipe. Now we got a fresh opening. Let's see what this thing sounds like. Once we fire it up now, we should have a lot more sound. Then we're gonna do another baseline pull to see how much power gain we get from just that. After that, then we're gonna start ECU flashing and tuning this thing to get more power. Big difference right off the rip. Not even a ton louder at idle, but when you rev it, it's definitely a lot louder. got from this thing just by taking the DB killer out. I already feel like I've worked wonders, and all I did was remove a few bolts and a couple extra parts that are definitely not needed for this thing. So at 8,500 RPMs, or 8,200 RPMs, we went from 152 to 161. That's 9 horsepower gain right there. And then on top end, from 152 to 167. Wow. Crazy top end gains, and there's still a lot we can get with tuning, but overall, definitely worth the removal of the DB killer. In my opinion, straight garbage, okay? That thing deserves to go in the trash can and stay there forever. 89 horsepower to 98 horsepower at 5,500 RPM. That's somewhere you're gonna be every time you ride the bike. Definitely worth the time and effort to remove that if you have this Delcovic exhaust. If you're looking to buy a Delcovic exhaust, I definitely wouldn't put that DB killer in there at all. So let's do some ECU flashing and tuning. Let me show you a little bit about what we're doing. So this is a new Busa file here. So if we go to other maps, secondary throttle plate opening. That's what it sounds like. We dynoed the bike in 5th gear. You can see that this thing has restrictions in 5th and 6th gear. Look at how slow the throttle plates open up. So even though you go wide open, let's just say at 5,600, it's only at 73%. So even though you're wide open on the bike ain't going wide open yet, guys. So it's a delayed response. So it keeps the power slower coming in. And then we're gonna go in and disable several other things, lower the thermostat, make sure you don't have any fuel injection or any warning lights, lower fan temps, dialing in all the fuel. All that stuff is gonna be taken care of in this ECU Flash. All right, guys, I'm not gonna lie, the power gains we've got out of this thing so far are crazy. At 7,500 RPMs, you aren't gonna believe how much it gained since it came in with that DB killer. We took the DB killer out and flashed the ECU. Wow, wait till you see this. Pretty much finished with this Busa. I've got it dialed in really, really nice. Now you could hear in the video earlier, we had the ultimate pops and bangs tune activated. That's where you were getting that crazy backfiring. With this particular customer, he didn't really like that. He didn't want that noise out of his bike. And I was just more or less activated that for the video so you could see what it could be like. Now it's all turned off. Listen how nice and smooth it is. finished up with the Busa. How did you like how nice and smooth the deceleration was? Really made a big difference on that thing as far as the way the overall bike sounded, whether you like the pops and bangs or you like the nice and smooth and quiet, stealthy ride. But overall, Delcovic exhaust, I would say it does pretty good. 181 horsepower. We only made 170 with the DB Killer in. Now, we could have probably tuned it to a little bit better with the DB Killer, but overall, that thing is killing the performance. You can see we went from 154 to 173. Basically 20 horsepower gain, 153 to 173 at 10,800 RPMs. If you got a Delcovic exhaust, take your DB Killer, throw it straight in the garbage can. That's the best place for that thing. 135 to 154 horsepower at 7,400. That's massive, guys. Overall, Delcovic's exhaust, I would give it a pretty good review. It's not that expensive of an exhaust system, and it performed pretty well. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Click the notification bell so you get notified every time we do an upload. We do lots of dyno videos, we do lots of race videos, and we do lots of build projects on this channel. Check out some of our other videos after this one. Also, check us out, mooremafia.com. We got brand new merch that just dropped. I wish you could see what it says on the back. Drop a gear and disappear is what this one says. Go check them out, mooremafia.com. We appreciate all the support. If you got an ECU, if you got a motorcycle, you got an ECU, but if you need an ECU Flash, hit us up, mooremafia.com. You can get yourself an ECU Flash for your Busa to get everything unrestricted, get the air fuels dialed in, and to get the power you need out of your bike. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Smash that like button one more time. See you next time.